You know, I've never been inside this house. I've always been interested in it. I'm assuming this house was built in like probably
1928.
1928, which is good because the market crashed in 29 and things that were under construction, they just cut costs everywhere.
Did they really? Yeah, they didn't cut any costs with this house.
No, you can tell. Well, Wallace Neff was one of the best architects. I
very
remember.
affluent. He did a lot of homes, but this is considered to be one of his very best. They had a lot of people that lived here. You know, Peter Bogdanovich lived here.
Richard Brooks.
And Richard Brooks, who's a very, very famous director.
I know.
Cat and Hot Tin Roof. Diane Keaton owned this house.
Orson Welles lived here also.
But Orson Welles lived here with Peter Bogdanovich.
Because he went broke.
Right. And so
Yeah. Now I know we're in a Diane Keaton home because this is her signature thing, the tile work.
And look at the fireplace and everything. They've kept the tiles, which I think are so gorgeous, over here. Come on in, I'll show you the kitchen.
Nikki, you would have been a great real estate agent.
I actually was a real estate. I started off as a real estate agent.
I thought you were a stockbroker.
Then I was a stockbroker.
Then you were a fireman.
Then I had a television show.
Fasten your jet set seatbelts. It's the Nikki Haskell Show, direct from New York.
Nikki's interviewed every celebrity in the world, from singers like Pat Boone to dictators like Imelda Marcos. Okay, so we have, this is very cool. It's very industrial.
Yes, I love this.
And I like the 1920s hanging chandeliers. Wow, look at this. You know what? This is like a ballroom.
This is a gorgeous space.
This is amazing. They have this in Santa Barbara at the Biltmore. Nobody does these kinds of things. Look at the thickness of this wall. Look, most walls today are this thick.
And there's a bathroom in here.
I love this.
Isn't this divine?
This is just perfect right out of the 1920s.
I love it. So this house has 9 bathrooms.
Oh, that's all?
This is the office over here. And an art studio in here. It's got great light in here.
Oh, wow.
And Peter Bogdanovich did this. This was a screening room at one time.
Oh, okay. So now he did that, and now the owner converted it into an art studio. Well, the state, no, the screen would be that way, right?
Right, yes. But I'm saying they had you could sit up here, and then it was all over there.
Right.
This is a lovely bedroom.
This is so pretty. It really looks like the Biltmore or something.
It does. It really does. You want to go upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
My fearless leader.
I could only walk up like this. I have a broken knee.
You broke your knee?
Just about. Too much dancing at Studio 54.
Yeah, I believe it.
My feet have been stepped on by every drag queen in the 80s. This is another guest room. And this is the master suite, which is so divine.
Oh, this is fabulous.
Isn't this great?
Did Diane Keaton do this, or did Bogdanovich,
yes.
or who?
No, Diane Keaton did this.
It's great. Now, this is fabulous.
I love this. This looks right out onto the pool.
It's just so perfectly preserved. It looks like a Wallace Neff, which these never come up. Wallace Neff was probably the most prolific architect of the 1920s, especially in the Spanish Revival, which means thick walls, really heavy plaster, hand-painted details. Look at this. This is right out of the 1920s.
Isn't it?
You couldn't do this today. You could, but it would cost so much money that no one would ever do it.
Tell me what you think.
Well, aside from the obvious, I mean, it's such a good location. You're so close to Sunset. When people think of, like, you know, Beverly Hills and Bel Air, they think of the Playboy Mansion here and Spelling's house. These are all 2 blocks away from here.
Right. When we discussed selling this house, they really sort of came up with the figure of $20 million. But will the market bear $20 million for this house? What are the comps in this area?
Well, look, there's really nothing like that that's sold recently. So
right.
It's kind of hard to do it that way. When you go by my house in the flats, it's like, it's easy. You multiply the square footage of the lot by the price per foot, you got the lot value. Bel Air is not like that. It's not like that in Bel Air. It's not like that in the Bird Streets. Every house is different.
You know, everybody thinks that their house is worth 10 times more than it's worth, but you have to be realistic. Do you want to sell it or do you want to fool around? They want to sell the house.
Okay, so if they're realistic sellers and realistic people, which is what it sounds like they are.
They are.
You list it at around 17.5, it'll sell.
Well, I think it sounds great, and I'm going to speak to the owners today, and I'll get back to you tomorrow. But I'm sure that you have a deal.
All right, well, you're the best.
Thanks, honey.
I'll send you a nice little closing gift.
Thank you, darling.
Well, hopefully it'll be from,
Chanel.
Okay.